I'm glad to be here. I'm where I want to be now.
Have something to share? We want to see it. Hashtag CBSLA. Got a great photo or video? We may use your post on air or online. Hashtag CBSLA.
Irresistible.
I wouldn't miss it.
Are you kidding me? They'll eat that up.
Oh, go ahead.
Customers can now go inside stores in Orange County as part of the Phase 2 plan to reopen, but certain rules have to be followed. Social distancing must be maintained and masks are required. Both shop owners and customers are relieved, and given the economic hit from the shutdowns, everyone is hoping for a chance to recover financially.
We're relieved and excited to be open and just get back to our customers.
And I found out last night through social media, so I saw it as the perfect opportunity to kind of branch out safely and come and check out some new stuff.
Antique stores, toy stores, bookstores, music outlets, clothing shops, and sporting goods stores are now among the low-risk businesses that can have walk-in customers under a statewide plan. Curbside pickups are also encouraged. Many parks and hiking trails in the Southland are now back open. Great news for a lot of people, right? But there are some restrictions, like mandatory social distancing. If officials notice people are breaking the rules, it's possible they will shut back down. CBS NLA's Hermela Argawi spoke to a state parks expert for guidance on heading back out.
Joining me now is Holly Martinez from the California State Parks Foundation to go over some of these rules, right, as we reopen, Holly?
Right.
So what should people not do?
I think if they're feeling sick, do not go outside. Make sure that when you do choose to go outside, that you practice social distancing and that you take precautions like wearing a face mask, bringing hand sanitizer, and certainly keeping 6 feet apart if you encounter other people in the spaces outside.
So which parks are reopening now?
It's a great question. We are hearing from the LA County Department of Parks and Recreation that they're starting to reopen golf courses and park trails and some regional parks. I highly encourage people, if they decide that they want to go out to their open space, to look it up first and find out to make sure that that park is not on a closure list. The websites for the county, the city, the state parks all provide really helpful information on what's available and what to do when you arrive and how do you stay safe in these community places.
So Runyon Canyon not reopening, right? We know it's a hot spot, so I have some guesses about why, but can you walk us through as to why it's not opening and when it might?
You know, that's really up to sort of the local jurisdiction and Department of Public Health to really make sure that whatever parks do get reopened, that they are as safe as possible. You can imagine so many popular places are on everyone's to-go list. We've been stuck indoors, and the moment parks reopen, people are flocking to these places. And so if you arrive and you see people are there and you don't believe you can socially distance in a safe way, you should find another place. And so, again, go to these websites, make sure that you come prepared with the appropriate mask and covering, that you leave no trace, don't leave your trash behind. It's really important we protect these places and enjoy the sunshine while it's out there.
I know I've only been to so many parks, you've probably been to a lot more, but is Runyon really that unique in that it's staying closed over everything? I mean, is it that unique that officials have chosen not to open it and open everything else?
Well, you know, we are a statewide foundation, and so we are seeing this picture from a statewide scale. I think there are so many incredible places locally that people flock to, love, appreciate. And so I'm sure it's not a unique situation that there are many places that just are going to be too overburdened by traffic, by people flocking to these places, that really it's about finding places that can be controlled in safe measures so that when people do go out there that they are protected and the community as a whole is protected.
Okay, so let's go over some of the rules. People do need to wear masks, right? And so I'll let you go through that.
Sure. Protective mask covering is a must. It's really important that you protect people as you come into encounter with them from any, potential germs that you may have. It's important that children wear masks. Clearly, children ages 2 and under, it's a safety risk. So parental supervision of children as they wear masks is important. It's important that when you come across somebody in these spaces that you make your presence known. Specifically, if you're on a trail and you are approaching somebody, make sure they know you're there. Give a warm greeting, hello, but step to the side, allow them to pass.
Sophisticated and longer term.
Not aware of you. So many of us still are on our phones, even as we're enjoying nature. Pause, step to the side, let them pass. Again, leave no trash. You don't want to leave your germs on a bottle and someone else picks that up. Plus, we really need to protect these places as we use them so that they are in the best state as possible. Also, I would just encourage you to, check out what's available to you, what's open. We also hear golf courses are opening. Find out, how you can make online reservations, pay in advance so you're not having to exchange and come into contact with somebody through payment processes. There's tips and procedures being put into place where they're monitoring tee times, and it's 4 people per tee off. And so I think there are some things that are really being put out there that are helpful information that I encourage everybody to seek out before they decide to go out to a particular place.
Yeah, that's a lot of really specific information. That's good. So there's a chance that people will get too crowded, right? Will there be anyone from SoCal Parks or any officials that will be monitoring the trails to make sure that people follow the rules?
Great question. It's up to the local county jurisdiction to monitor. I did read that there is sort of at the county level, sort of monitoring teams in place to make sure that education and awareness is out there. There's been increased signage promoting what people can and can't do, which I think is really helpful. I think we will see, how people abide by the social distancing and safety norms. And, hopefully people do take that responsibility, and parks can stay incredible places for people to enjoy, especially as the season and weather warms up.
Yes, and we need that right now. We need a little sun and a little nature. So I, for one, am really excited that the parks and trails are opening as long as everybody can follow the rules. Holly, thank you so much.
Great, thank you for having me.
Of course.
Long lines at the Glendale DMV, one of 25 statewide reopening under the governor's Phase 2 plans. Right now, you have to have an appointment to go inside, and you have to wear a face mask and wash your hands before going in. The DMV is offering extensions for expired licenses and is waiving late fees for past due registrations until the end of May. Thanks for watching. We'll be back with more in just moments. I'm Tom Waite. You're streaming CBSN Los Angeles.
CBSN Los Angeles. Get local news, breaking news, anytime, anywhere.
It's easy to find us, and it's free.
Download the CBS News app on your favorite devices. CBSN Los Angeles, streaming 24/7.
We start our day early so you can wake up to what's new and important.
There is a lot of thick black smoke.
From extraordinary people and events to what's cool and compelling. And on CBS this morning.
The only way you get through something is to move forward.
This is why we're warming things up.
Our team is up and moving, keeping you in the know every day.
That kidnapping suspect may be in the car.
Things are going to start looking very slow.
Coming up, finding harmony and common ground in Washington.
CBS 2 News this morning and CBS This Morning.
Join the movement and help African American women beat breast cancer. In some areas of Los Angeles, black women with breast cancer are 70% more likely to die than white women. But we can rewrite this story. It's time to speak up. Talk about it. Make the promise to get a mammogram. Then turn your promise into action. That's the Circle of Promise. Get help at CaliforniaCircleOfPromise.org.
If you didn't know, there's a high-profile congressional race right here in Southern California that goes to the polls on Tuesday. It's the race for the seat given up by Katie Hill, governing parts of northern LA and eastern Ventura counties. CBSN LA's Chris Holmstrom shows us what voting in a pandemic looks like.
When it comes to voting in LA County, what you see behind me is the new normal, outdoor voting polls. It's an option for voters who don't want to vote by mail. It's the battle for the 25th district, Democrat Christy Smith versus Republican Mike Garcia. This election is unlike most, and because of the pandemic, it's been declared a vote-by-mail election. But there are options to vote at the polls, like this center in Santa Clarita, one of 9 sites across the county.
It is very weird. I'm the only one here.
For this Santa Clarita resident, it's a welcoming sight.
I was kind of worried at first because, they were pushing the mail-in vote, and I did not want to do that. And then I found out, okay, we can vote physically.
With that comes safety precautions that voters must follow.
I wore my mask, and my wife voted yesterday, so she told me it's pretty easy, and that I did the hand sanitizer right after we got done. And they wipe things down pretty good.
Voters must also follow social distancing guidelines. And for those who don't want to get out of the car or are unable to, there is a curbside option. LA County Registrar Dean Logan.
Our workers are wearing personal protective equipment. After each use of the equipment, it's wiped down, disinfected, and then on an hourly basis, we do a full cleaning of the entire operation.
Logan goes on to say this is the new normal for the foreseeable future.
This model that you're seeing in the 25th Congressional District is actually going to be the way the November election is conducted. So every voter will receive a ballot in the mail, but we will also have these in-person vote centers available.
Ventura County has 2 polling options as well. They also have curbside voting. For a complete list of voting polls, we put that on our website, CBSLA.com. Reporting in Santa Clarita, I'm Chris Holmstrom, CBSN Los Angeles.
Delta says it is suspending flights to and from Hollywood.